Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper calling you from the original Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourself. By the time this video goes live, I should be returning back from my vacation, ready to return to stream tonight as long as everything goes to plan and I'm feeling good, etc. So really looking forward to coming back after a few times away, and I'm sure I'll be pretty at ease and maybe with a bit of different attitude in stream as well, which could be interesting. Today is going to be another champion showcase. I've really wanted to do a champion showcase on a champion for a while. BM has the champion available, and he also has the relic as well, which makes this guy to the next level. Right, this guy is already insane, and he gets way more insane with this relic. You might have seen a few content creators cover this already, but I wanted to do my own take on it and then kind of go through like a few budget champions as well that could work with this team as really, really well as well. So let me talk about this. And um, there is a different ways to build him. He's definitely the best champion in Unity, in my opinion, for Arena. But we're also going to talk about the one and only VULKANOS. VULKANOS is a really strong champion in Unity, and boy, does he look sweet. Now, he's the only champion Unity I have on my account. You would have seen me use him on my account in Live Arena over the last week or so. So if you're looking for some Live Arena content, which I won't be showcasing today, then go ahead and check that out. It's definitely works overall. So let's go through his kit then, and let's see what makes him so good. Well, first of all, he has a defense in all battles, and then a speed as well in all battles of 19. The defense is 33%, so it is quite a large one. I think there's like 34, 35, which is bigger, which come from mythicals. Really, really solid stuff. You do want to be elite, so you can benefit from both that. Then we have the passive. Whenever a enemy receives a buff or has their turn meter increased, has a 50% chance of placing a HP burn debuff on that enemy for 2 turns. If the enemy already has a HP burn debuff, has a 50% of instantly activating it instead. If this champion has multiple, there's only one of these that works. So let's go through the kit then, right? It's probably the only faction really that I can think of can really design a really strong team across any type of arena content overall in live arena, classic arena, etc. And there is a couple of champion unities that can design strong teams in Siege, and quite a few of them actually in Siege, classic arena, and 3 vs 3 arena. But I think with live arena, he's just the next level, right? He fits really well in this meta, counter speed teams, etc., which is where you're going to mainly use him. So anyway, he places this ability. So he, like the debuff placed by the skill cannot be resisted or blocked. So you just need one champion unity, and then you don't need accuracy at all. Each time a HP burn debuff activates a enemy on an enemy, this gains 5% of ignore defense, stacks up to 100%. And if there are multiple champions, obviously that blah blah blah. And if there's 3 champion unities, will place a block revive on debuff on enemies who are killed whilst under HP burn debuff. This will work even if the champion is dead. It's crazy, right? This is also can be booked up as well for 2 turns, which is amazing. And then you attack one enemy 2 times. This damage inflicted by the skill increased by 10% for the turns left from remaining of any HP burns, which is great, stacks up to 100%. And then we have the basically the unity faction of the bit. Where damage received by a champion is decreased by 50%, whilst the skill is not on cooldown. Each time a HP burn debuff is activated on a skill, has a 50% chance to decrease this skill cooldown by 1. And if this champion is under a HP burn debuff, this attack will ignore stone skin, stone skin, unkillable, ally protection, block damage, and shield debuffs, which is fantastic. Then he has a AoE who attacks all enemies, places a fear debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be resisted by enemies under a HP burn. This can be booked up to a 3-turn cooldown, and then attack one enemy. Each time the skill is used, permanently increases the damage inflicted by the skill by 10%, has a 50% chance to counterattack with the skill each time the enemy has a burn, debuff, stacks, attacks this champion or any allies. So it's absolutely insane. So let's talk about what champions are going to be really good with him and strong with him. There is a lot of good champions in his faction. Let's talk about the mythicals. Right, the mythicals, I think Carnage everyone can access for free. Carnage is really strong with him, so I do like the idea of using Carnage. And Commodus is also really strong. Now, if you have Commodus, I think this actually opens up Lamassu as well to be really strong with him as well, or Lord Shazai. So you can go reset into bombs and a really fast Lamassu can really catch people off guard. So you have like them that go second bit with the Vulkanos and the Duches, and then you can have like the aggressive bomb bit as well, which is really strong for Lyrina. I do play that strategy time to time on my accounts. That is one way you can go. And then I think Charcoal, Ignifri, potentially Catraxia. This guy as well could come in, do some ally protection, etc. The cat is going to be really strong. Halef Kaf has got some use, but I think he's at the right at the bottom of this list. Lord Jazar right at the bottom. Mortimer Carb could be fun against like champions like Marius, etc. Weather I think would be pretty strong as well. The cleanses and heals. Kaimar really strong. I think even Chaos Lix has got some viability. Heferak, and then I would probably say Candifime as well. All of them champions can make a really strong teams as well. And then we're talking about epics, Umbra Chances, which you would have seen me mention at the start of this week in the video. Magma as well has a lot of viability to this type of team as well. Let me know if there's anyone in the comments I missed or for whatever reason, but I think all of these have a claim. And now I don't really like this champion too much, but potentially she can also work as well. So there's also that's worth kind of recommend to talk about. So let's go into the arena then. Let's do the showcase bit of VULKANOS and the mythical. Sorry, the relic, not the mythical relic, the relic. All right then, so we found the first target. So this is a team we're going to do. We've got Marius coming in, we have Embrus coming in, we have Fabian, and we have Abaya. So you'll notice that 3 of these champions are really good against lockout. We have Duchess with high resistance, which will get locked out with Abias. Mortimer Carb's really strong against lockout as well. And Carnage is really strong against lockout because he can obviously flip forms. So let's see what we can do against this team. We're looking, when we're using VULKANOS, we're looking for people who are going to put buffs so we can put out our burns. I will be honest, if you can get a bolster set onto your team, I think that this makes the team a lot stronger. You can see here, he's just basically ripping himself apart, and I've not even had to do anything in this team, anything at all, right? We just go for a little tickle there, and we let them do the job, and they basically just killed themselves with VULKANOS passive. And this is how insane this champion is. He's just absolutely insane. Okay, let's go up against Odin, Sigurd, and Shazen. Now, this is a really one of the most meta teams that you can probably face right now in this meta, especially when you're trying to do live arena content, etc. So, interesting that he's going to reset. And then obviously we're playing Lightning Cage to help against strip champions, etc. as well, to kind of give us a bit more. With Duchess, if you can go 4-piece stone skin, 4-piece bolster, I think that's the way to go for this type of team. I actually use bolster on my account, which is pretty nice. We do ignore block damage, which is really strong as well. So you see there, we've got the block revive already on Sigurd. We will ignore block damage on VULKANOS when we actually get a turn. But there's no really any reason for us to panic too much because we will get a turn for sure. So we'll see here, we can just play this ability, kill him there. We finally get our turn, which is pretty nice. She's under burn. So unless we weak it. No, we don't weak it. Block revive. Mortimer Carb. Slow as possible. Annoying champion. Can do this. I really wish I had Mortimer Carb on my account for this style of team. I think when you have this style of team, Mortimer card becomes very, very appealing, to be honest. Now, bombs is kind of a interesting one. It can kind of counter this, right? Because bombers can blow up the team before Vulcanus has plays. I do sometimes try to bomb Vulcanus with an Ishak, especially with a champion like Lamassu, etc. But we're actually faster, so we will get the block reverse buffs up. We'll play the block revive, sorry, the block up skill there, which will give me a bit more support. Now, Emberus has a burn. We can't really do much against Stone Skin, fortunately, but we can do something against Stone Skin. I did not expect that. That is the first time I've seen me being able to kill someone in Stone Skin with Volcanos. Bearing in mind, he's not in Savage, right? And obviously, to be honest, Morty Macabre is just in here for Marius, right? He's just in here for Marius or anyone with AoE. Sub-block revive is also very potent as well. So we have Calvalax here, which is one of the most meta champions right now. We're in full Stone Skin, so Calvalax is not going to do anything here whatsoever. We will face a lockout champion, which would be Volcanus. Sorry, Fabian. So he should lock out the team. Duchess resists him, that's great. He does strip all the Stone Skin off, which is really, really good. But again, able to come in. We've got the burns, so because we've got the burns, we can get a block revive, because he needs like 3 turns, right? Not this time. We just go in like that. And that's going to be great. And then you hit auto. Cool. You see how fast we can rip these teams apart as well, which is absolutely amazing. I don't have this relic, unfortunately, on my account, so I wasn't able to showcase it on my account. That's why I'm using BM's account. I could show a few more different play styles with Vulkanos. She is really meta right now, really, really meta. She's on like all the teams at the moment for Platinum Reset, etc. when I did the reset this week. So she actually gets countered really hard by Vulkanos with the burns. And that's the main bit. She has to be under burns, which is not hard. It's really consistent. So we'll see here, we'll play this. We'll actually lock out her, we can't lock her out because she's got block buffs. So let me, we want to steal something, right? Let me steal this from you. I'll take you out. Block revive. Bonomatit, baby. Bonomatit Sigford. Again, not much action coming in from Mortu, but he hasn't really had to do much. I guess we'll just finish this up right there. Both of them are dead. There's not much they can do, even if we weak it. Boom. Bonomatit. It is dinner time for Vulkanos. Okay, so we have now here, which is an extremely difficult champion to deal with. We are in full Stone Skin, so we kind of deal with her really well. We have Marius, who is extremely dangerous. Even with Marius doing all his buffs, etc., he's an extremely dangerous champion. That's why one of the reasons why I'd actually come in with Bolster on his team, just to give me a bit more survivability versus like the really top end of these teams, right? So you'll see here, we didn't get much going by the champions. Can't really do much. He's just going to keep doing his boss, which is great for me, because we'll be able to do the block revive. We'll go Bonomatit there. Vulkanos here. And then you're saying like, now who, right? Now who? That's what you're saying to her. Again, another speed team here, Marius and Warlord. Really, really old meta team, really. They're definitely, these champions are still meta, but more low end. The only thing that I don't like about this team right now is the 6-star blessing. That was the only change I would make, because the 6-star blessing does bring decreased turn meter, which makes Marius counterattack. So personally, if you have any control over the blessings, which BM pulled 6-star and wasn't really aware of all these, then I would just stop at the 5-star, because you get a damage increase. I'm actually working it on my account for the damage increase, right? So, and again, lockout not going to do anything because we can just block revive and just tap them pretty easily. We have a nice here. We have a nice, again, it's not going to be the most difficult nice in the world because the blessing etc is wrong, but we have two really annoying champions, and at least it's good to see him in Ferals. Now, it's disappointing to see Arbiter slower. Seeing Arbiter slower, but you know, it's one of them ones. So as long as we have burns, we got someone to work with. So she doesn't have burns, but let's try to nick something off her. Okay, I wanted to set off the passive for VULKANOS, so we did. So we can go ahead and block revive her, which is fantastic. Again, you can see that she's in 9-piece protection and etc. Oh, our passive is available. Finally, Bonamatite Arbiter, good night. I also think that ignores block damage as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's block damage, but not unkillable. Okay, so we'll try to work on him. Triple weak it, beautiful. We kind of want him to switch though, so we'll just tap him with A1. Because I want to see him switch so we can just do the block revive through the block damage. It's just so satisfying watching him do it. Okay, played A1. Again, you know, there's no real point playing A2, etc. So we'll watch him do their shenanigans. Right now he hasn't got burns, so we can't ignore block damage, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. We would do stuff. Mortu is actually finally took a turn. So he's got no burns, so we'll save the ability for we will put burns on him. I think he had burns for like 2 turns and we activated it. So there is a burn. There isn't many people he can bring back because most of them are dead and blocked revived, which again makes nice even easier to deal with. I think he's probably one of the best counters I have on my account against him. But it's hard to get the 2-turn right. Well, you can see the Mortu again coming in. Double weak it, right? So yeah, really, really strong. VULKANOS coming in with 296. And then you got the others as well doing some insane damage as well. Really, really love this guy. So let's see if we can find anyone else who is very tricky to deal with. And see what we have available. We have another demon spawn team down here, which is a very different one. Okay, so he has VULKANOS 5-star. He has Kaima, he has Heferek, and he has Halikath. So we'll see who's got the better demon spawn team, right? Both of us don't really have a lot of buffs actually on the team, so this could be interesting. So I guess whoever's faster might have a worse disadvantage. Okay, so let's try and think how we're going to deal with this. So we have Halikath here. Let me try and go for you. No, okay. Let's go for the block revive on him because he can be annoying with the passive. We'll do the A1 here. And I think he's also got the relic on as well, I'm not too sure. I was really wanting this relic. I was hoping they would do a guarantee, but they didn't. Now you can see that VULKANOS is really slow as well. So finally gets his turn. And I think we lose just because we're faster. Now VULKANOS is really slow. Okay, so we have this one. This can go right through that nanite. And then let's see if we can do the A1. No, okay. Do the A1 again. We can't ignore it. We can't do anything right now. And you'll see there that we actually got the block revive from him as well, from his team, because he's also got 4 champions as well. And he nearly took out Dutchess there. think now we can lock him down. Yeah, we can lock him down, and his passive now shouldn't really work, which might be the way to go. You can see here, no burns. Oh, he still procced it. Okay. Mortimer Carb, VULKANOS, no problem. So Mortimer Carb is really strong as well versus other Demon Spawn because he ignores the block damage, especially if there's a Helicath there, which is going to be really strong. We see Helicath, Mortimer Carb, sweetheart. Okay, let's see if we can find any more difficult teams. We have another nice here, so let's have a bash against this. Again, block damage as well. With the legendary, right? It's on a 2 turns for 4-turn cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know his kit that well. Again, not the best of built teams because his hubs are slower than Duchess. Play him there, lock him out. Okay. We killed him really early so we don't get too much. And then we just let the burns come in. Let's see this beautiful damage from VULKANOS A2. Boom. The whole team gone. And nice. Nice who, mate? He was deleted after that. Really, really fun champion, honestly. I guess we'll take one more on. We have another Siegfried to play around with to see what we can do here. And have a bit of fun as well. See what we can do. Okay, we're faster. Okay, that's no problem. We can try to lock down Lydia, I guess. Okay, not too shabby. Let them do their shenanigans. She's gone. Let's go for the A2. No worries. Duchess with her ability, block revive. Again, Siegfried, right, he'll revive, but Mountain King, really impressive damage as well. Really, I did like Mountain King. There's a couple of people running Mountain King actually in live arena every now and again. Surprisingly. And here we go, big boy. Oh, I think we're just a little bit unlucky against this Siegfried. Little bit lucky against the Siegfried. Right, let's go again. We'll try it again. And then we'll try to deal with Siegfried as fast as possible, right? We need to set off his block damage. That's why I did the AoE. I was kind of hoping we'll set it off. So let's go like this. And then let's just go right like that. Oof, okay, we weak it then. Which is fine. See, losing so much health. We should be able to set off Siegfried's block damage. Yep. There's not much we can do until we get a turn. We've still got Stone Skin on us. So he's done his A3. Oh, we can go like this. Oh, he weak hits this time. Beautiful. Goes like that. He's gone. He's already done his job. It's just a case now. Who gets lucky out of the two? It's going to be Mountain King. He gets the luck with the strong hit, right? But you can see he's a really, really fun champion. There isn't a lot of counters to VULKANOS. There is Ashna, and there is Forion. And I think that's about it, like the main ones. I guess cleansers make it really difficult for him as well, like Star Sage and Marishka, etc. because they got massive heals. Marishka doesn't need to do the A2 all the time, so she's got like that with that synergy with thingy. Anyway, let me show you the build so you kind of know how to build the VULKANOS. He really doesn't need Savage, which is a great thing for me. You know, when you're trying to build nukas, like multiple nukas on counts, you want sometimes nukas that don't need Savage and Stone Skin, right? Because that frees up a lot of your gear. So it's very rare to have these type of champions on your account. So VULKANOS doesn't need a ton of speed, doesn't need a ton of stats, he doesn't need accuracy, he just needs 100% crit rate, Good speed 250. Anything above that's a bonus. Defense at 7,200 defense, really good. And then we have got the critical damage at 300. They're like the main stats you want to focus about. I think you do need a 4-star to be very viable. I had to wait to 4-star before I got mine. And obviously we're talking about Skull or Treasure, which gives him additional 10% damage. And then you can use gemstones as well to increase his damage. So for me, I went with the increase rarity because I'm actually going to be using this build in live arena on his account every now and again. And then we have a multi-hitters, gemstone as well, etc. There's definitely stronger gemstones though out there. And then obviously for me, incineration for this. Now, if you don't have the Scholar Treasure, then the next best thing is One Submissive. And that's the only way I can say is as well. Some people say One Submissive is better. I have a One Submissive on mine. I will be honest, if you're facing sheep, One Submissive better. But if you're not facing a lot of sheep, which there isn't a lot of sheep at the high end arena anymore, then this is way better. This is way better. So if you're using this, if you see lots of sheep, I guess you don't use him because he will get polymorphed, and that is the only thing that I would kind of recommend to be careful. Really, as well, when you're picking him in live arena, you should draft him towards the end, but you want your team to be flexible throughout this. So I don't actually use a full demon spawn team for him in the live arena. I just go pick like 2. So if they do it, leave another one in. And I have like other threats, right? Like Lamassu and Marius, so potentially I could be faster than them, etc. So Lamassu has that really dynamic, that kind of edge if you can play like a bomb champion or something as well, which could be quite aggressive as well. And also Lamassu's AI has been fixed now, so she always, if she's always in a lead, she'll always target this person in a second. And if there's someone in a lead, then she'll always target lead. So it's really easy to kind of get Lamassu now to instantly work with like Commodus or Lord Shazar as well. I have got a video comment on Lord Shazar in the future, so that is in the pipe work for the channel. Anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will be back tomorrow with probably a shard video or something. When this video probably goes live, there will be probably news about fusion, etc., which I don't really tend to cover that information, but I will share it in Discord when I can. And hopefully you enjoy this. As usual, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments, do you agree with me that VULKANOS is the best champion unity right now in the arena meta? And yeah, as usual, hopefully you enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, peace.